Hello everyone. You know who this is. Yet you have absolutely no idea. Of course.
Wow. Somebody gonna be famous. Real famous.
I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis very deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
Isn't that neat?
Charlie Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call 911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a bully cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into suicide on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, if he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him. He doesn't own Kiwi Farm, and he died last me. A little kid named Moon owns Kiwi Farm.
How do they make this more and more epic every time? We'll defend ourselves!
I'm sorry, I'm a soy-filled bitch with like videos.
Hey!
If we get Donald Trump just to tweet out, I mean, you know, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate, it doesn't necessarily matter how we use it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants.
It's 2019. I can't believe anybody believes me. I'm a spinning fucking ball of water.
True. Especially when Jim finds out, he's gonna just give me so much shit.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. I aim as low as possible. I aim for obese women, ugly women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even out. You are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just like this declaration, right, of male dominance.
Put that in your pipe.
I definitely cheated on Super Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop doing this stuff.
He's like the blue seductress who takes me out into the night and does wonderful things to me.
And now, stop!
How can a Yorkshire Terrier live in the wild? It's in plain sight, but you just don't see it. You know what I mean?
The haters on YouTube are on the verge of flooding with hate comments. Must wake up. Must like that.
The libs own the libs.
Computer got communism. No alphabet, not even numerals. Right! That fails to be fucking right to my fucking what? Jim, you're next.
I'm not saying this is exactly the pattern of agreement, but this is exactly the pattern of agreement. It depends on the child, really, doesn't it?
Most well-known and credentialed scientists of this YouTube community.
Yeah. You moron.
All I wanted to do was live this fucking stream and have a good time, baby. Have a good game.
Just got that.
That damn Kiwi Farms. Gas.
Just got that.
What kind of fucking family is this?
Just got that.
What the hell?
Just got that.
So basically, first of all, I have to say is that I don't know. First of all, how come, like, sorry, I'm with autism. I don't know how to use words that well.
My dad is not a fucking dork.
balls of steel.
Oh my god, no!
Blowing out your ass.
Well, hello, chat. Oh, what a fine evening it is. What a fine evening it is. I'm glad you could join me for this little stream as we talk about the bank man. Oh, I love how on the nose that is. That somebody by the name of Bankman has stolen billions of dollars and thrown crypto into chaos. This would be like you can't make it more obvious. This would be like if suddenly on eBay there was a bunch of listings for objects called fake moon landing props, and it was a NASA employee that was selling them. The Bankman. The Bankman has stolen billions. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good, chat. Things aren't looking up right now. Oh, if you put your money into FTX, I got some bad news for you. I got some real bad news for you. Those boomer rocks aren't looking so bad right about now. Oh, look at the old man in his silver. Look at that old. What, you bought copper? Oh, he bought copper. Why do you need 400 tons of copper? You should have invested. You should have put your money on FTX. It's safe. It's Safu over there. Oh, don't buy boomer rocks. Put your money on FTX. The banker man. He's going to protect us. I mean, he's only like, 30 years old and methed out of his mind. But he's got Squirrel Girl working for him, so I'm sure everything's going to turn out okay. I trust him. I like the cut of his jib. He seems like a fine young gentleman. the bank man. Holy shit, Chad. What is going on? What a week it's been watching this entire thing unfold. It's so convoluted and complicated with so many people involved. The amount of articles and tweets and all of that interconnect with one another as this story is developed is fascinating. This is going to be a great Lifetime TV docuseries. I'm not sure who's going to play the bank man. Who would be a good character? Who would really fit that role really, really well? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, you've got to really put your all into it, a little oomph, when you steal billions of dollars and then give it away to Democrats. Oh wait, I'm letting the story get ahead of me. We need to slow down a little bit. Coming off a little spicy. Jim, you need to shut the fuck up with your boomerang jokes. Okay, that's not funny. I just lost my house payment at FTX. Jim, stop making jokes about that. My Lambo's a Pinto now. You're not funny, old man. Stop making those jokes. Fucking hurt. It's okay, Chad. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through this fucking clusterfuck. It's going to be okay. I know, I wrote it a little bit. Spoiler alert, let a little bit of the story slip through. But I promise you it's going to be fascinating. But first first things first. On the Saturday show, we encountered the legend of Mobility Mary. Now, I know a lot of you watching on YouTube don't know who that is, but this tragically obese woman who rides a mobility scooter is apparently dead. And we found a news article relating to that. And sadly, Mobility Mary passed away on Spider Island. Now, I didn't get a chance to see this until after that stream. But could I get an F to pay respects to Mobility Mary and her tragic death on Spider Island while I show you AI-generated artwork that encapsulates the last moments of life she experienced? Now, this is what artificial intelligence, they're pretty sure this is how Mobility Mary died. Okay, trigger warning, graphic images ahead, chat. But let's get a little in the arms of just imagine In the Arms of an Angel are playing right now as I show you these tragic artworks and you all spam F. Now that's our first image. That's her arrival on Spider Island. Now she came with those Tonka truck tires. She was ready to roll. I mean, she knew what she was getting into. Desperately looking for a manager to complain to, as she scooted and hopped all about Spider Island, because we all know disabled fat women love to go to places called Spider fucking Island and then die there. The AI, though, continues. This is when things tragically started to go wrong. The wheels came off the mobility scooter. No longer could she trudge along. The spiders are very intelligent on Spider Island. They know how to use their silk threads to tie down a hog. It's fucking tragic, really. It's absolutely tragic. This is when they hoisted her in the air. They're very strong. Okay, they even used one of her wheels for the center of the web. I mean, that's how dedicated they were to this shit. And they just lifted her up. Thousands of spiders on Spider Island lifting Mobility Mary into the air. And then they just dropped her, and 5 metric tons sank into the earth. I think there's one more. Is there one more? Yep, this is it. This is a recovered corpse of Mobility Mary. Face is swollen from the nonstop spider bites. They've encapsulated her in a dome, I believe. Rescue workers had to fight them with flamethrowers. It was very fucking tragic, chat. Poor Mobility Mary. Dead on Spider Island. Oh, if she had any money in FTX, well, tough luck for her. Tough luck for her. She's not getting it back. I don't think dead people can claim money. It's very tragic. It's a very tragic story. Oh, Jim, how could you laugh at a fat woman being killed by spiders? Very easily. Very easily. I haven't laughed that hard in fucking years. Tell me a story of a fat woman in a mobility scooter that died on a place called Spider fucking Island, and then some savant, a genius, finds a way to make AI paint the picture for me. Oh, I love technology. What a bright future. Now I know there's some stuff going on over in Europe, World War III or something like that, but come on. We're here to talk about internet monopoly money, folks. Now I know FTX is not the most stable place to invest. You probably come here with some cursory knowledge, a little bit of an idea of what's going on with it. That's okay. I'd like to make a pitch to you right now. Merchandise. Over the Metokur Selfie store. Now you may be asking yourself, but Jim, if I invest in cryptocurrency, it could gain in value, and then I can get money out of it later on. But if I buy a hat, all I get's a fucking hat. That is true. But when you buy one of these wonderful hats, it gets put into your hand, and then you physically own it and can wear it whenever you like, as opposed to putting your money on Mr. Bankman's exchange, in which case he funnels it out of a back door to Alameda and then gives it to the Democrats. So if it's a choice between investing in FTX or buying an amazing hat at the Selfie store, I think I know what the smart choice is, chat. I think I know where we need to go. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at my checklist here. Made fun of dead people? Yep, check that off. Made fun of a fat dead woman? Yep, check that one off. Shield merchandise? Check that one off too. I think we're ready to deep dive into this. We're going to learn as we go, chat. We're going to learn as we go as to what's going on here. What is FTX? It's an exchange. You exchange your hard-earned money for tears and suffering. That's what you exchange. Because Bankman ain't ever given it back. Now, if that sounds familiar, if getting fucked out of your hard-earned money in the crypto scene sounds familiar, well, that's a tale as old as time. I don't think I need to remind you of how many times this has happened in the past.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, big Whoa, what's up? No. Be connect. Wow. Be connect. Be connect.
That was their marketing strategy on how to get away with the money. They deafened you with this idiot up on stage screaming BitConnect at the top of his lungs so you couldn't see them exit while you held bags so you didn't see what was going on. Oh, tragic. So I suppose we should probably start this off with something serious. Let Jim give you the real talk. I'm going to give you my perspective on internet monopoly money and how it's always been pitched to me and what I think is really going on right now before we get into the story of the elf and the $10 billion in the Bahamas. Bitcoin, oh my God. I think they've gotten to me, guys. I think the glowies have injected me with something. I'm losing my ability to speak. Bitcoin, altcoins, shitcoins, all of it. It's always been pitched to me as an alternative financial system. Something that gave you power outside of what's controlled. You can do commerce and trade. You're anonymized to an extent. And yet there's a record. There's a record of what wallets interact with other wallets. Oh, wow. What a great system. Outside the control of old power to be able to have financial freedom and do the things that you want to do. And when Bitcoin showed up on the scene, and all the altcoins followed with their white papers explaining what they did that was unique, what did you see? What was the first reaction? Well, everybody laughed at it, of course. But then you started getting stories that trickled in. The first little knife in the back of the Bitcoiners. Oh, why would you need that? Why would you need a secondary financial system? Why would you need something that's anonymized? Why would you need a Bitcoin? Clearly, you're going to use it for drugs or assassination or child pornography, some heinous and horrible thing. I remember articles coming out talking about that. And certainly, there were things like the Silk Road where people bought drugs by the bucketful and it did other heinous things. And yet it continued on. But what happened over time? As Bitcoin gained some momentum, as altcoins gained some momentum, as crypto started to take off, what did you see happen? Everything that it was set up to do started to fundamentally be screwed with, and the opposite was trying to be put in place by other people. We need to regulate it, said the government. We need to tax it, said the government. We need to define it and how it can be used and who has oversight over it. We need to know your customer. You can't be anonymous anymore. We need to hit every single transaction that you do and double tax your ass. And so this wonderful little alternative that was set up to give people a little bit of power back, to give them a chance, to give the common guy an opportunity to fight those blue-blooded bastards who have generational wealth. All those wonderful things that this was set up for just got chipped away bit by bit by bit. Ironic. And of course there were scandals that popped up. You had Mt. Gox, Mount Gox. You should have known. Trusting somebody that started a business to fucking sell and trade and talk about Magic the Gathering cards. Now, why would Mt. Gox be relevant to this conversation going forward? I mean, there are some minor similarities, but what about it would be interesting to you? Well, I want you to prepare yourself as this story unfolds with FTX, because I think Mt. Gox is going to give you an idea of what you can expect. So what happens? Uh-oh. Some of the money's disappearing. Uh-oh. Some shady shit's going on. Uh-oh. We got to shut this down and file for bankruptcy. Sound familiar? Oh, well, these people, they must be responsible. They must have done something bad. Mt. Gox functions just fine from 2006 to 2010, gets sold in 2011 to a Frenchman. Never trust the French. Suddenly, there's all sorts of weird shit happening. Mt. Gox gets shut down. So what happened to all those people, the creditors and people with their money in the exchange? Did they ever get it back? Did anybody ever go to jail? Well, you'll be happy to know that, yes, allegedly, some people and creditors started getting their money back. And when did they get that money back? 8 fucking years later. 2014 is when it happened. And by 2021, they were finally talking about maybe giving it back. And by the middle of 2022, they were kind of maybe sort of doing it. And what about the Frenchman that bought it? Surely he must have served some jail time. They found him guilty of things, right? Oh, 33 months in prison. That sounds good. Oh, wait, it's a state sentence. He didn't go to jail at all. Not for a single second. So a bunch of money disappears. Nobody goes to jail. And maybe some people got paid back a decade later. So as we start to dive into FTX and talk about the bank man and what he might be doing and what he's been up to and the people he's affiliated with, I want you to keep that in mind, because nobody's going to get punished, because they never do. That's a sad, sad reality of life. Rich, connected people will fuck you in the ass with a smile, and you just got to say, thank you, can I have some more? Happened with Mt. Gox. I have a feeling it's going to happen with FTX, and probably because of the connections the people involved have. So our story begins with a little bit of a liquidity crisis. What does that mean? Well, you put your little money, your little assets, you go into FTX and you say, oh boy, here's all my shit. And then later on you come back and you say, hey, can I get my shit back? And they say, oh, I'm sorry, bro. Liquidity crisis. What does a liquidity crisis mean, Mr. Bankman? It means you're fucked, son. It means we don't got nothing to give you, bitch. Now, sure. I believe it was it Binance that decided to take out like 500 million or something because they saw shit was coming down the mountain, which triggered everybody else to get involved. And suddenly you got a bank run, essentially, going on at the exchange. Everybody wants their money out. 6 billion. Give me my money. Where's my fucking money? Can't do it, bro. Liquidity crisis. But trust me, everything's okay. You can trust the bank man. And I know when I say the bank man, who am I talking about? What does the bank man look like? Well, let me show you the tippity top of this organization. Oh, where's the beautiful picture? I had a nice picture lined up. No, that's not the bank man. Oh my God, I think the picture was just too beautiful that I lost it. Here we go. Now these are the people that are telling you it's okay, bro. It's okay. Dude, everything's okay. All your money is totally safe. You got nothing to worry about. You can trust me, the bank man on the left, Sam Bankman-Fried, and on the right, I just refer to her as Chipmunk Girl. I think like this is a live action cosplay of Squirrel Girl, and those cheeks are used to store nuts. Probably Bankman's nuts. That's probably how she got the job. Just saying. 28-year-old Harry Potter fan? Really? A Harry Potter fan for Princeton? Really? That's who we're giving the power to here? The bank man and her? That's what we're doing? Now, FTX was kind of a rising star. Just shows up on the scene, suddenly gets very popular. It's very weird. In fact, they were doing commercials all over the place. You might not know this, but Tom Brady was a complete fucking retard. Decided not only to put a ton of money into it, but also do commercials. I'll give you an example of one of those amazing commercials.
A trade? Are you sure?
Not a trade. I'm trading crypto. FTX is the safest and easiest way to buy and sell crypto. It's the best way to get in the game.
Just trading crypto.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Hey, bro. he's trading crypto, bro. You can trust him. He throws the football around and shit. I trust him. You should have listened to Larry. This might be the only honest commercial FTX ever put up. I'm simply amazed this is actually a commercial they put up.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That should have been the fucking reaction. That should have been the reaction. Maybe not. Maybe I don't put the fucking money into it. Maybe I don't do that. But of course, nobody listens to Larry. Why would they? Sad, it's fucking tragic. Oh, God, this entire story is so fucking dumb. Because we're noticing patterns. We're Blues Cluesing it up in here as we get into the FTX story. Seeing the guy at the top. You see the guy at the top. What was he doing, by the way? Like every day at this billion-dollar ventures, he's making retarded amount of money. Oh, he's playing, he's sleeping on the floor as he plays League of Legends. This is a guy you've trusted your money to? Really? This guy. This fucking guy is the guy you trusted your money to. At no point in time did anybody pull the chute. Nobody raised the flag and said, wait a second. He's just sleeping in the office and playing League of Legends. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe we got some troubled times ahead, perhaps? Oh, but he's so sleepy. Oh, stealing your money is tiring, guys. You don't understand. It really takes it out of you. Oh, I'm so tuckered over here. Look at me take a little nap over here. I'm so sleepy. I need a moment. I need a moment to have I'm so tired. I'm so tired over here. That's what he's doing. That's all your money gets stolen. That's what he's doing. But since we're looking at coincidences, since we're looking at patterns that are emerging, I'd like to posit this for the viewing audience. I think Boogie's involved. Just hear me out. It makes sense when you think about it. 2 to 3 weeks ago, Boogie put up that he lost all his money, and he needed more money. What inside information did Boogie actually have? Was he involved? Is Boogie a Democratic operative running on YouTube? What relationship does Boogie have with Sam Bankman-Fried? Does he know Chipmunk Girl? How involved in FTX was he? When will we get the full story of what Boogie was up to? Those are some awfully nice teeth he had. I bet they cost a lot of money. Not free. Had to get the money somehow, didn't you, buddy? Oh boy. Uh-oh. So FTX has a liquidity problem. Everybody's running to get their money out of the exchange, but what do you know? We told you we had a certain amount of money, but turns out we don't. Oh boy. Some shit happened, guys. So listen, I am really sorry. But we have zero money. Okay, do you see how sorry I am sorry? That's the biggest thing. Really? That's the biggest thing? This elf? This fucking elf. I'm sorry, that's the biggest thing. No, the biggest thing would be the billions of dollars you stole. I fucked up and should have done better. I fucked up and should have done better. How is that an oopsie, Sam? Is it oopsie? Is it a mistake? Oh, oopsie doodles. $10 billion disappeared. I fucked up, you guys. Okay, listen, haven't you ever screwed up? Right? You've made a mistake before in your life. Mine just happened to be billions of dollars worth. And the biggest thing about this is, I'm sorry. From the heart, guys. From the heart, I'm really fucking sorry. It's so tragic. Oh, you guys, listen. We'll talk about this later. I'm tired right now. I need to take a nap. It's been a long day. It's been a real long day over here. And the biggest thing to understand is I'm just so fucking tired. Now, of course, I believe this is what happens when the government puts their microwave gun and targets it at your head because he's going insane on Twitter at the moment. I'm trying to puzzle out the mystery of this shit. Imagine you put all your money into this and you're like, God, I'd love some news. And then over the span of 3 fucking days, Mr. Funny Man here, tweets this out. This chain of what happened. Oh, geez. he's literally pissing in your face. He stole your money and he's pissing in your face. What happened, guys? It's going to take me 3 days to type that out because, I'm just so sleepy over here. Holy shit. I'll tell you what happened, chat. And we're going to look at the evidence for it. Other people have talked about it. There are numerous sources all over the place as we go through this. As he's typing, what happened? FTX declares bankruptcy. Again, Mt. Gox, does this sound familiar to you? Liquidity issues, money disappearing, suddenly got to file for bankruptcy. See you in 10 years. But the biggest thing to remember is he's so sorry, you guys. The elf is truly sorry that your Christmas presents have suddenly disappeared. But where did those Christmas presents go? Where did this magical little elf put those Christmas presents? Well, he says that he was a significant donor in both the DNR primaries, supporting constructive candidates across the aisle to prevent pandemics in a bipartisan climate to D.C., and working with them to support permissionless finance. But that's not the whole story. Because the articles that are being written about his financial donations to politicians aren't both D and R's. In fact, it would mostly be the D's. Crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried's downfall could deprive Democrats of key donor. The fallen crypto billionaire donated more than $40 million to federal races this cycle, largely to Democratic causes. Uh-oh. The explosive demise of crypto giant FTX led by billionaire Sam Bankman may have been outsized impacts on politics, snuffing out the wealth of budding potential Democratic mega donor. He was the second largest Democratic donor this election cycle by a long shot. According to most recently available campaign finance data, he was second only to George Soros. Take a minute. Take a minute to think about how many presents our little elf had to take to come close to George fucking Soros. So out of all the people donating money, all the people giving money away to Democrats and their races, we got our little crypto billionaire Sam. And all this shit starts happening right after the midterm elections. The bank run, crypto run, all this information we're going to be going over all comes out after the elections. 40 million, right behind George. Sure is a lot of elfery going on right now. It's a lot of elfery going on. Chat. No refunds, that's right. No refunds indeed, chat. Holy shit. So FTX has a liquidity problem. People start to take their money out. They can't get anything out because the liquidity problem's a lot bigger than it's reported. Suddenly he's making statements about how sorry he is. Then they're filing for bankruptcy. Then they're writing articles about how he's a big financial donor. But those financial donations, they go a little bit deeper. They might be thinking, well, okay. So he gave 40 million, in the election cycle. So he's number 2. let me find the right article. God, there's so many open right now. Here we go. Here's another piece of the puzzle. Let's read over this. I want to start to paint a picture for you, chat, of what's going on here. So we're in the story. Again, people can't get their cash out, filing for bankruptcy. Turns out he's a big mega donor. Well, I wonder if that's going to come up later on. Oh boy. But what else were they involved in? Well, let's take a look. Ukraine partners with FTX Everstake to launch new crypto donation website. FTX is converting crypto contributions to Ukraine's war effort into fiat for deposit at the National Bank of Ukraine. Uh-oh. This is back in March 14th. The Ukrainian government launched a new crypto donations website on Monday, streamlining its multi-million-dollar effort to turn Bitcoin into bullets, bandages, and other war material. Aid for Ukraine, which has the backing of the crypto exchange FTX, staking platform Everstake in Ukraine's Kuna exchange, will route donated crypto to the National Bank of Ukraine. Everstake's head of growth, Ukraine's crypto-savvy Minister of Digital Transformation, is also involved. The country's, as well as other assorted things, other estimates place the amount closer to 100 million, but totals vary with market swings and exactly which websites are included. The website deepens an unprecedented tie between public and private forces in crypto. FTX is converting donations into fiat for deposit at the National Bank. A press release said it described this relationship as a first. Now, let's puzzle this through for a second, chat. Let's think about what this means. Oh, we're all getting very sleepy, chat. I understand it. But you need to really think about what you're being told here. Your tax money gets, tax money, donations, all this is getting funneled in. Now, you want to donate to Ukraine. You want to give money to Ukraine. And so here comes FTX. You've been told, donate to Ukraine, help Ukraine, help Ukraine. This gets funneled through FTX, who gets a percentage fee, and then transfers it over to Ukraine. How much did they transfer? Did they transfer any? Did they just steal it? If Bankman stole money from everybody, why would he not steal it from Ukraine? What a great con job. So you have the Democratic Party. But this is the important part. You have Democrats who are pushing hard for the idea of American intervention in Ukraine. Not military, but support. Financial support, sending arms over there, all of that kind of stuff. They're really pushing that message hard. Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX gets all that money, starts taking pieces, maybe takes it all, who fucking knows what he does with it. And then mysteriously, he becomes the second largest donor to Democrats during the election cycle. Democrats push for a war. A bunch of money gets sent through FTX to Ukraine. That money, FTX then suddenly has a bunch of money to donate to Democrats. Really, it makes you think. Is there a relationship that's going on here? Is there some kind of nefarious thing happening in the background? Is FTX just a giant ruse? Are we going on a ruse cruise right now, chat? What the fuck? The crazy thing about this is the articles talking about these involvements and these relationships predate all the scandal, or they're written by other. It's like you've got this story sitting in front of you, and a lot of people, especially in the crypto scene, they put the pieces together. They get what the fuck is going on. Everybody's winking at one another because they all know what's going on. But then you've got the press that's kind of just ignoring it. When they write about it, they talk about how it's, what a tragic day for the Democrats. Their mega donor disappeared. And the only one writing, really, about this, FTX being involved in Ukraine's crypto donations is CoinDesk, because that would be in their wheelhouse. But nobody's starting to kind of put these pieces together. Starting to, really take a minute to kind of look at the different things that are kind of going on. Now, Sam, again, this very sleepy boy, if I have to remind you guys, like, I'm going to keep showing this picture. Very tired. We're all very tired here. Suddenly he's the hotshot. The newest mega donor that wants to change Washington. Big boy on the scene with lots of money. And he's got little squirrel girl with him. And they're out there, they're doing things. But anybody in his family? I wonder, anybody in his family involved in politics or finance? I mean, like, who is this guy? He's kind of like an unknown quantity, right? To the outsider, to people not paying attention to any of this. Like, what's going on there? Oh, well, let's take a look at his mom. Barbara Freed. What has she been involved in? Well, she's a Stanford law professor and a co-founder of Mind the Gap, a pro-democratic super PAC. Hale's academic work focused on the intersection of business and economics, and she's written numerous critiques of political libertarianism. Huh. So Mom, a Stanford law professor, is a co-founder of a fucking pro-democratic super PAC? A giant fucking pro-democratic super PAC? That he just so happens to be giving tens of millions of dollars to after getting involved with Ukrainian donations? Really makes you ponder, doesn't it? Really makes you think. It's a bit of a coincidence. It's a little bit of a coincidence going on there. That Mommy might be involved in things that are going on. Oh, God. It's just so in your face, man. It's so in your fucking face. Right? It's so in your face. There's an article on Vox, by the way. Who's Mind the Gap? Let's take a look at who's Mind the Gap. We know who runs it. Let's take a look. Inside the secretive Silicon Valley group that has funneled over $20 million to Democrat, there's a reason you haven't heard of Mind the Gap. It's their recent detour is stealth. A secretive group led by Stanford University academics has unleashed millions of dollars in political spending from Silicon Valley, is now convincing some of its biggest donors to spend millions more to back Democrats in 2020. Mind the Gap, a network formed less than 2 years ago, has been quietly routing millions of dollars to Democratic candidates and groups across the country in 2018 and 2020, emerging as a new power in the center of the Silicon Valley political scene. It's just that so far, it's avoided public detection. So a secretive super PAC of academics with millions of dollars on the line. Millions of dollars on the line. The son of one of them suddenly starts up an exchange for cryptocurrency, becomes wildly popular and gets billions of dollars, and then starts donating to Democrats. And then all of a sudden, that money it's just poof, it's gone. So a secretive political super PAC is run and involved. His mother's involved with that. So of course, chat, am I going crazy? I know that if we look at patterns or coincidences, that clearly means we're all terrible people. Maybe I need to poll chat. Is there some funny business going on here? Let me just ask chat. I'll give you a few seconds to catch up. Have a little sip of my drink over here before there's a knock at my door and the glowies come to get me. I don't know. 89% of you look awfully anti-Semitic right now. Voting yes in this poll. I don't know what you're doing, guys. Just a coincidence. Now there's a super thread. I guess that's all I could call it. There's a super thread right now over on Twitter talking about a lot of this. This is a bit of a side thing because it just happened today, a few hours ago. But it's funny because you're going to start to see the fallout of this as it hits more and more people, right? And we'll get back to the main things you're voting here. Let me just get this lined up so you can read this. But in the super thread, it links to Oxygen Protocol. And I'd just like to share what they had to say about this dynamic situation. This dynamic situation happening, guys. News alert, dynamic situation inbound. Let's pull this up. Here we go. The Maps and Oxygen teams are fucking shocked by events relating to FTC Group's bankruptcy proceedings. While FTX Group did not hold any equity in the Maps or Oxygen business, it did hold a significant proportion of Oxy tokens. It also acted as custodian for over 95% of the overall supply of our ecosystem tokens, both locked and unlocked. 95%. They acted as custodian. That means for 95% of shit. Uh-oh. Oh, that can't be good. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. I think is that a bad thing, chat? That sounds like a bad thing. Hey, they trusted the bank man. They trusted the bank man, and now they're suffering for it, chat. That's what happens when you trust the fucking bank man. What the fuck? So Mom's involved in a super PAC. He's got his hands financially in Ukraine. Money's disappearing. Oh, how can I forget? I'm sorry. I forgot this, chat, too. It's not so. His mother's involved in a Democratic super PAC that, as you said or saw from the Fox article, is super secretive. You know, trying to stealth it out in the shadows. But it turns out his aunt as well has quite the interesting background, if it's to be believed. I want you to see not the aunt and all her accolades. That's all interesting. I want you to look at where this is found. What website is this on? What's that top banner say? Oh, the World Economic Forum. Come on! Are you fucking joking with me? Mom's involved in a Democratic super PAC that's secretive in Silicon Valley and is trying to sway elections for the last 6 years. And aunt is a part of the fucking the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Are you know, everybody's seen the joke, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. I want to show you the actual commercial, chat. I want you to see who these people are. This is something they came up with. So, the aunt is a part of the World Economic Forum. Mom's involved in a Democratic super PAC that's in Silicon Valley and secretive. All this money is going to Democratic politicians because they want to sway elections. Ukraine money is running through their hands. And if you notice all the things in that WEF little commercial, eat the bugs, live in the pod, be more welcoming of refugees, climate change. These are all, planks and platforms for the Democratic Party. I get the feeling, I know this is just a wild guess, wild speculation, that there might be some blowback to this one. There might be a little bit of a scandal involved here. Now again, no one's ever going to go to jail for it. But maybe there's some dirty shit going on. Maybe there's some dirty shit going on. And a lot of people got fucked out of a lot of money. I mean, Tom Brady, what was it? $500 million? Not just Tom Brady. I don't want you to just think it's like rich people getting fucked out of their money. This might be one of the funniest headlines for a fucking article that's ever been written. Ontario Teachers, one of the world's largest pension funds, says that it invested $95 million into troubled crypto exchange FTX. Here's how to bet on digital currency if you're still a believer. Hey guys, Yahoo Finance here. I know you just got fucked out of $95 million, but I think you should keep on trucking. All right, you're not gambling hard enough. You need to put more money into it. Listen, we got 2024 elections coming up, and we need your help because we need to steal your fucking money. Guys, listen. You need to keep betting. Keep betting. Goddamn. Oh, our poll is done. Is our poll done? Okay, 5,000 votes. I'd say that's fair enough. Is there funny business going on? 91% said yes. 9% said no. 10 people still keeping the faith. I see some people in chat saying buy the dip. Well, you know it. Listen, Bill Mitchell is, I told Chad earlier, running around the parking lot, naked, screaming to the heavens, telling everybody to buy the dip. Bill's financial strategies are genius. He doesn't just buy the dip, he buys a splat. That's how you know when you're really going to make some fucking money. All right, when you really want to know when you've hit in the bottom of a market, is when you start hearing splat, splat, splat all around you, and bodies are falling from the sky. That's when you've really reached that low point. That's the dippiest of dips you can buy. So Bill's out there chugging along, half naked, he's slurping it up. The blood, the bone, the sinew, he's slurping it all the fuck up. He's buying those dips. Oh boy. I think people that put money into FTX might be in a little bit of trouble. I think some of the people involved, the secretive groups, I love that it calls it that. A secretive Silicon Valley group. That's Fox saying that. It's not like Fox News wrote that one. Of course, don't forget about Alameda is his other company. As he shuffles money back and forth to screw with your head a little bit. Let's not forget about Alameda Research and Chipmunk Girl. Let me pull the article up on this one. I wonder if there's any interesting facts about this person. You saw them earlier, be the one on the right. But let's see what they're up to. Let's see what involvement they have. 28-year-old Harry Potter fan. It's been a bad day and week for millennials in crypto. 30-year-old Sam Bankman has already lost 94% of his fortune and is facing questions as the probable probity of his actions after the Wall Street Journal reported his crypto exchange FTX lent $10 billion to his affiliated trading firm Alameda. Constant Wang, the 28-year-old Essex Credit Suisse analyst running the day-to-day operations of FTX, is presumably sharing the pain. And Carolyn Ellison, another 28-year-old SBF protege, already appears to be out of a job. Ellison was the CEO of Alameda Research, which is being wound down as of this afternoon. I bet it is. Alameda was a crypto market maker with a reputation for aggressive trading strategies. SBF confessed today that these were being funded by money customers had deposited in FTX to their own trading purposes. That's a bit of a big, that's a little bit of a big confession. So customers why did they have a liquidity crisis? They put their money into FTX. FTX takes the money and then uses it for their own trading purposes. There's no indication that Allison did anything illegal. Oh, I bet. Precious little girl. And it's not clear which role she played with the use of customer funds, if any. but she doesn't seem to have a huge amount of experience prior to running a firm with an alleged $10 billion of money sloshing around. Before becoming a trader, she spent 19 months as a junior trader at Jane Street. And where did she graduate from? Stanford University. Chat, wait a second. Who was a professor at Stanford University? Who was a professor at Stanford University that was a part of a Democratic super secret Silicon Valley super PAC? Right before she graduated and right before the creation of FTX. Oh God, it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, was it his mother? Was it his fucking mother? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Oh, terrible. Just terrible. Oh. What the fuck, man? What in the fuck? Oh, and then, yeah, how can I forget about her father? Her father, who this is ridiculous. The amount of people involved. I haven't even really talked about her father and his connections to the SEC. I haven't talked about how MIT's involved in this. I haven't really even gotten to the fact that other people were a part of the Obama administration that worked for this organization. That people that were involved were in-betweens, go-betweens between politicians in the House and the Senate, and those writing policy or doing donations. Is this what's going to kill crypto? My honest thought on this is there is an end goal to either kill crypto or control it. And no matter how this plays out, because we know rich people doing stupid shit, they'll never get punished. No matter how this plays out, it's either going to result in more control being exerted over cryptocurrency and its markets and how people interact, or it's fucking destruction. People will point at this and say, oh, you can't trust it. You can't put your money into this shit. Look what happens. You got a bunch of 28-year-old kids out there. Sleepy kids. Bunch of 28-year-old sleepy kids handling billions of dollars. They don't know what they're doing. You can't trust those wacky kids with that kind of money. Or the government will come in and say, well, we need to regulate this more. We need to have more control over what's going on here. Clearly, the problem is the lack of control that's being exerted over people doing what they want to do with their own money. Other people are like, why not both? Well, that's true. Why not both? Why not both as we destroy this thing? Listen, plebs, we're never going to be allowed to get a leg up. They're never going to let us get a leg up. You're going to have rich, pampered, spoiled kids that graduate from Princeton and Stanford and Yale and all this shit, whose parents are involved deeply in politics, who have connections to people in financial regulatory bodies that are dealing with super PACs, that are going to be put into positions of power, and you're not going to know it right away, that are going to infiltrate and absolutely fuck you in the ass and take away any chance or hope you might have of making it, of getting that Lambo, of having a nice mansion. They look at this in a predatory way. You are all potential targets. And they're going to take your money and fuck you in the ass, and they're going to laugh at you when it gets stolen, and you demand it back because you're never going to get it, or you'll have to wait 10 years to get it back. And it's just going to diminish trust, and just little by little, needle it away, until you don't want to touch the shit anymore. I mean, I like to meme about it and joke about it. I've made plenty of jokes about Bitcoiners and people that would go for Chainlink. But that generally just comes from a shitposting place. These people are malicious. This is just a way to shuffle money around for political purposes and, I don't know, back alley payments. And if they get caught, you get fucked. If they don't get caught, you still get fucked. You get fucked either way. That's how this has been set up. That's how this whole system works. You're getting fucked either way. I know, it's a bit of a black pill. But don't worry, Chad, I've got something that will cheer you up. I promise you. Jim Coe's solution to how to get out of this. I'm going to walk you through it on stream. I know there are a lot of crypto traders that are watching this situation unfold, gobsmacked at the fact that it could be this blatant, that somebody named Bankman could have stolen billions of dollars with these kind of connections. I understand. It's very blackpilling, but there is a way forward. I think you're all going to be very happy with it. But we've hit the 1 hour mark. I'm going to take a small break. And when I come back, I'm going to show you the light, chat. I'm going to pull some Moses shit, part the Red Seas. I think you're going to be very pleased with Jimco's solution to this terrible situation. Now, let me just put on a nice little song before we go on break. Something to lighten our mood up. What song should we play? This is the thing that sucks. If it was Odyssey, I know what we'd play. But because we're over here, we can't really play what I want to play. I'll just play the opener again. I'll be lazy. Be a lazy boy and do that. All right, let me put that song on. 5 minutes. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. This is the way forward. I'm going to show you the light, chat.
Hello, everyone. You know who this is. Yet you have absolutely no idea. Of course.
Wow. Somebody gonna be famous. Real famous.
I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis very deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
Isn't that neat?
Trophy Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call 911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a bully cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into suicide on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, if he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him. He doesn't own Key Farm, and he died less than me. A little kid named Moon owns Stewie Farm.
How do they make this more and more epic every time? We're like a friend ourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm a soy-filled bitch with like videos.
Hey. If we get Donald Trump just to tweet out, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate, it doesn't even necessarily matter how we use it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants.
It's 2019. I can't believe anybody believes in a silly fucking ball of water.
True. I bet you when Jim finds out, he's gonna just give me so much shit.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. I aim as low as possible. I aim for obese women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even hot.
You are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just like this declaration, right, of male dominance.
Put that in your pipe.
I definitely cheated on Super Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop doing this stuff.
He's like the blue seductress who takes me out into the night and does wonderful things to me.
Enough! Stop!
How can a Yorkshire Terrier live in the wild? It's in plain sight, but you just don't see it. You know what I mean?
Okay, there, we're back. Oh boy. Oh, excitement's building. What's Jim's solution? Okay, real talk. So, things have gone terribly. Let's say that you've lost money on FTX. You found out that a Jewish dude named Bankman has stolen all your money and all the Ukrainian money and given it to Democrats, and you're never going to see it again. Maybe if you're lucky. In like 8 or 9 years, it'll be like Mt. Gox, where maybe you'll get like $1.50 back, but probably not. And nobody's going to go to jail because what are you going to do about it, bitch? Nothing. I bet you Bankman right now is snorting a line off somebody's tits and laughing like you wouldn't believe. So you're probably really blackpilled. You're like, this is bullshit. Jim, this is fucking bullshit. How am I supposed to? I got mortgage payments to make. What am I supposed to do? Crypto's fucking ruined me. Well, here we go. This is Jimco's solution to getting through it. And I'm going to walk you through the process. Let's start. First, we're going to go to McDonald's.com. And we're going to go to McDonald's Careers. Are we looking for information about employment? Why, yes, we are. Now, we're going to go down here. Come work with us. Abso-fucking-lutely. I absolutely want to come and work with you. Now, we could go corporate careers, but listen, we've just lost all our money in cryptocurrency, and we're not going to do that. We're going to apply today. Apply today. Oh, let me just get that working there for a second. Let's block that. I like this too. It's called McHire. They want to McHire us. So I'm looking for please God anything. And positions I will bend over. That's a position I'm willing to take. Let's search. Let's see what amazing job offers we get. We're looking for the job combo. Wow, there's 7,911 jobs willing to let you get fucked in your ass. Now hiring experienced McDonald's general manager will earn over $5,000 a month. They don't know that I've never done this before. Fuck them. Let's do it. Okay. Don't need to read any of this. What do we got over here? Hi, I'm Olivia, your personal McDonald's job assistant. Thank you for your interest. We're looking for great talent for many types of jobs. Oh, Olivia, I think you and I are going to be good friends. By applying, you acknowledge that an independent franchisee owns and operates this restaurant, not McDonald's, and this franchisee is alone responsible for all employment decisions. You understand that you need to contact the franchise organization for information about its policies. I can help you apply. Thank you, Olivia. To get started, can you please provide me with your first and last name? Well, my first name is Mr. And my last name is Dickus. Okay, Olivia, walk me through the process of getting McHired. Thank you, mister. What's the best mobile phone number to contact you at? Oh, I don't own a phone. I lost it to the bank man when he robbed me of all my crypto. I'm so hungry, Olivia. My children are screaming from the stomach pains. Help me. I think we're doing good here, guys. I got a good feeling about this one. Why does she keep saying that? Olivia. I told you already. A Jew stole my phone. Let's see if Olivia responds to that one. I think Olivia's thinking this over, trying to come up with the best answer. The best answer for this one. Oh, she's coming back. Fucking great. Olivia, you're heartless. Can you please provide me with your email address as well? We will email you during the application process. Olivia, real talk. I don't own a computer anymore. After the bankman took it. Olivia, my children are eating wallpaper right now. They are so hungry. When can I start? Oh, don't forget to tell them. Oh. Maybe this will seal the deal. Olivia, I have a firm handshake. Olivia, please. I'm starting to think, Olivia, do you work for FTX? Are you one of them? This might go deeper than I thought, chat. This might go a little deeper than I thought. A virtual assistant. Sorry, chat. You aren't human. You don't eat, sleep, and breathe. AIs have no soul, Olivia, unlike my starving children. I am an artificially intelligent assistant. Okay, Olivia. You need to use your AI powers to help me get revenge. Me and you, buddy. Let's do this. I think I can get her to help us. She's always available to chat. Always available to chat. Well, I don't think... I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had a solution for it, but I don't think Olivia's going to help us. Olivia... It might be a mean thing to end on, but you know what? Let's see what the reaction is. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that. Hey. I'm going to Burger King now. Fuck you. Okay, it didn't work out. Didn't work out as I'd hoped. But maybe you'll have better luck. I understand. I mean, McDonald's is always hiring at their McCareers on the McDonald's website. Chat. There's always a way forward. I got friend zoned by an AI. Yes, I did, chat. That absolutely just fucking happened. Shameful. Terrible. What are you doing, Olivia? How am I supposed to live? I'm all fucked up. All my money's gone. Let's go over some more loose facts in relation to FTX. Now, you know about Sam Bankman-Fried and his mother, who worked for a super PAC that was connected to the Democrats. You know about his aunt, who was also involved with the World Economic Forum. You know about his little Carolyn, the little chipmunk girl, whose father has connections to MIT and the SEC. But there's a little more. Did you know Alameda CEO Carolyn Capital's dad, Glenn Ellison, is the department head of economics at MIT? By the way, I believe that's where Sam Bankman-Fried went. And prior to getting appointed to the SEC, Gary Gensler was a professor for the practice of global economics and management at MIT. It's almost like there's a relationship there. This is from this super thread, by the way. Pretty crazy fact I dug up regarding Alameda's relationship with the SEC. Looks like Goldman Sachs has their hand in the cookie jar as well. The CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, met with SBF, FTX, that's Sam, to help FTX official get regulatory approval. There's a photo of them hanging out. Here's a photo of Alameda's CEO, Carolyn Capital's dad, Glenn Ellison, with Gregory Palm, former top Goldman Sachs lawyer, one of the wealthiest corporate lawyers in the United States. Now you might be wondering, why bring up Goldman Sachs? Well, remember the Oxy token thing? Guess who's the CEO? Guess who's the fucking CEO over there? It's a Goldman Sachs guy. It's weird how they're seemingly involved right up to their elbows with this shit. Let me pull this up. There he is. There's her dad with them, just hanging out. Carolyn Capital's dad. Carolyn Ellison, I should say, and the wealthiest corporate lawyer in the United States, Goldman Sachs guy. Wow, just kind of keeps going deeper and deeper, doesn't it? It's just fascinating reading through all the people involved in this. Sam Friedman's father also had a role. Joseph Bankman, Stanford professor and dad of Sam, is cited a lot in the 2018 documentary Tax Compliance in a Decentralizing Economy. Oddly, just before Sam and FTX arrived on the crypto scene, Bankman was working on a new IRS tax filing system. Huh. It talks about his mother. We've already gone over that. Talked about the MIT connection, the Stanford connection. A lot of academics very much involved in all of this. Shows the Oxy token thing. Oxy token is down from $4 to 3 cents since going public. What a shock. Oh, Sam's brother, Gabe Bankman-Fried, also a former Jane Street trader, which is where Carol and Ellison worked, is a founder of Guarding Against Pandemics. He was a legislative correspondent for the U.S. House of Representatives and an advisor to a large political donors in the Democratic Party. It doesn't stop. Every single person involved in this dude's family and the Alameda CEO Carolyn Ellison's family, they're all working at the same they're all working at the same academic institutions. They're all involved in politics. And going so far as to rewrite tax code on decentralized decentralized economics. Oh, then there's Amy Tong Wu, who's head of ventures and commercials at FTX. She was her career started as an analyst for. Fuck yeah, you gotta be kidding me! Oh, there's a barbell's gonna fall on my head for this one, chat. But I'm gonna show this one to you. You have to fucking read it to believe it. You have to read it to believe it. It's just so fantastically stupid. Again, another person connected into this. Let's take a look. Head of Ventures and Commercials at FTX Ventures, Amy Tong Wu, began her career as an analyst for the Clinton Foundation in Botswana. Amy later went to school, launched a school in Sierra Leone before heading to Curios to mingle with retail banks. Before discovering venture crypto, she was the CFO at Discovery. Literally worked for the Clinton Foundation. Literally worked for the Clinton Foundation. Come on. Come on. It's so... I just heard a noise outside on my roof. I think somebody might have dropped a barbell. Somebody might have dropped a fucking barbell out there, trying to burrow their way in. There, yeah, more of these people. Co-CEO of Alameda. Another one left his position 2 months ago, also an MIT graduate. Roommates of Sam consist of 9 friends and former co-workers, many of Jane Street and some MIT, all involved in a web of romantic relationships. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the orgies. I forgot about the sex orgies. This is it's just some tweets from them. Well, we got one. Sorry. Let me throw it up on the screen. let me first show you what she looks like, and then put this up on the screen. Okay, all right. Again, it's the chick on the right who's saying what you're about to read, or who's saying these things. Here we go. Nothing like regular amphetamine use to make you appreciate how dumb a lot of normal, non-medicated human experience is. That's the 28-year-old Harry Potter fan that's in charge of $10 billion fucking dollars. Also, let's not forget the nonstop ass-fucking orgies going on at the Sleepy Den. Remember, he's so sleepy, you guys. He's so sleepy right now. Many are former co-workers from quantitative trading firm Jane Street. Others had met at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, his alma mater. All 10 of them are or used to be paired up in romantic relationships with each other. This includes Alameda CEO Carolyn Ellison, whose firm played a central role in the company's collapse and who at times dated Bankman-Fried, according to people familiar with the matter. So, does it make you want to scream, chat? They're doing drug orgies and funneling your money to politicians as you get fucked in your ass. Does that make you want to scream a little bit? Holy shit. It's so ridiculous. This is so fucking ridiculous. It's just, oh. Oh, and they had plans too. Again, I love this super thread that goes over a lot of this. Let me pull this one up. If you thought the $40 million in donations for the 2022 elections was something, a CNBC article had more to say about this. He was going to up that amount just a little bit. In this CNBC article from earlier this year, Sam says he could spend upwards of $1 billion on the 2024 election. So he got his feet wet. He got his feet wet, basically, allegedly, potentially. I got to put all those qualifiers on there. Taking money, shuffling it around, and donating it with the super secretive Democratic super PAC that his mother's a part of, and that has the goals of the WEF that his aunt's a part of. $40 million for 2022. But, you know, he wants to go big or go home, so he's already planning for 2024. He wants to make George Soros look poor and do $1 billion. $1 billion. Are you fucking kidding me? It's just, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. Let me see if I can pull some more amazing things out of here. Because this starts back this starts back on the 8th, and it continues on until like yesterday. They're all dirty. Every single, if you read through this thread, which I'd recommend you do, they go over everybody involved in the company. It's all dirty as fuck. They all know each other. They all do business together. They all shuffle money back and forth to one another. They all meet with each other. It's just, how is this happening? How is this happening so just blatantly for so long? if that crypto run, that bank run hadn't happened, if Binance didn't do what it did, this would have continued. This would have gotten worse. Can you imagine the amount of money they could have fucked people out of? And it would have all gone to what? Politics for 2024. How is this not a bigger story, chat? How is this not a bigger story? This feels like it should be a little bit of a bigger story to me. Oh, of course. Yeah, as the days go on, every day it's some disastrous fucking news thing. Let me pull this one up. This talks about the back door. Of course, why wouldn't it talk about the back door? Yeah, I think this is a day after they announced they were filing for bankruptcy. And as more news articles were coming out about the spending and where the money was coming from, we get this. FTX legal and finance team says that Sam implemented a back door into the bookkeeping system that allowed him to alter records and move money undetected. The back door was used to send $10 billion from FTX to Alameda Research, both companies he owns, without triggering red flags on the book. Bankman-Fried showed several spreadsheets to the heads of the company's regulatory and legal teams that revealed FTX had moved around $10 billion in client funds from FTX to Alameda, the two people said. The spreadsheets displayed how much money FTX loaned to Alameda and what it was used for, they said. The document showed that between $1 and $2 billion of these funds were not accounted for among Alameda's assets. The spreadsheets did not indicate where this money was moved, and the source said they don't know what became of it. Wow, so $1 billion disappears. What was that amount of money he wanted to use on the 2024 election? Oh yeah, $1 billion. Oopsie. Whoops. This gets so stupid. We're just going to keep reading. I don't give a shit. This is great. This is like, it's like cartoon villainry. Here's another one. Remember little Carolyn Ellison talking about amphetamine use? Drugs were very common at the office workplace. Employees were encouraged to use stimulants to be productive and were giving sleeping pills if needed to sleep. Stimulants were highly advised to be used by new hires for a long time. Sam would literally give an orientation on stimulants and would describe which ones would do what. He told them to give them all a try and see what worked best and what they felt most productive on. Sam used a patch for designer stimulants, then mainlined them into his blood to give him a constant high all the time. And here he is talking about it back on the 2019. Stimulants when you wake up, sleeping pills if you need them when you go to sleep. Be mindful if where your headspace is. I often nap in the office so that my mind doesn't leave work mode in between shifts. So when you were looking at pictures of this, he's sleeping like that because he just got done coming down off like a pound of cocaine. And he's a little bit sleepy. He's a little bit tired. He's a little tired. Bad headspace. Guys, listen. I'm in a little bit of a bad headspace right now. I still $10 billion. Oh, and I transferred it over to Carolyn, over to Alameda. But she tried to hide it in her cheeks because she's a fucking chipmunk. She's a little messed out chipmunk running around the office with my $10 billion in stolen money. And I punched her in the stomach, but I could only get $9 billion of it out. I don't know where the other billion is. It's in her digestive tract. She's running around there, all hopped up on goofballs. There's nothing we can do about it. And I'm stuck in a little bit of a bad headspace. What in the fuck is going on? So to sum this up, the son of a woman involved in a super secret Silicon Valley super PAC, whose aunt is involved with the World Economic Forum, whose relatives are involved in politics all over the place and in finance, teams up with somebody else, little Carolyn Ellison, who also was a graduate at the same place his mother taught, who was these people were all involved in romantic relationships. They encouraged each other and the other employees to get fucking high every day. They got involved in charity work where they were responsible for fees associated with donating money to Ukraine. And then they gave $40 million to Democratic politicians in the federal election with plans of doing $1 billion in 2024, $1 billion, which happens to magically match the amount of money that disappeared from the backdoor swing when $10 billion was transferred from FTX to Alameda. Like, it's ludicrous. It's absolutely, this is FTX. If that run hadn't have happened, if that Binance situation hadn't happened where they tried to pull money out and everybody else joined in and suddenly $6 billion was requested to be taken out, this would have kept going on. And it would have got way worse. It would have got way, way worse. And he's not going to go to jail. He's not going to go to jail. She's not going to go to jail. All the people that got fucked and lost their money, they're not getting it back. You're fucked. You're not going to see a cent of it. Oh, we got a $100 super chat here. I'll read the rest at the end of the stream here, but let me read this one. Jeremiah 18:7-10. Sir, many internet people have made me laugh, but you taught me how to laugh. You're the gift that keeps on giving, even after you inevitably croak. Until then, I will be praying you accept the historical fact that Jesus came back to life, and so will all who believe. Well, thank you. Thank you. So you've invested that $100 in a Jimco stream, and I promise you, I won't use that to encourage people to have meth orgies in my bullshit cryptocurrency exchange office as I funnel money to Democrats secretly. Fingers crossed. Well, no, not cross over my arm, whatever. He's already influenced me. I already said fingers crossed. God, even reading about the bank man is now making me betray people. Chat, where do you think this is going to go? Like, what do you think the end result of this is going to be? My personal opinion is there'll be a bunch of, quote unquote investigations. They'll try to track down the money. Sam will try to recover from this somehow by explaining it away. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to get punished and nothing's going to happen. And that's really depressing. I mean, this FTX this exchange popped out of nowhere, became huge, doing Super Bowl commercials, getting Tom Brady involved. Their names everywhere. They're hobnobbing with politicians and celebrities, directly involved in all these charity events. And what does it look like behind the scenes? It's all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. It's all one giant con. I can't describe it any other way. How could you look at this and not think this has just been one giant con? That everybody's getting fucked, that this is meant to fuck people over. Somebody in chat, Sam's going to travel to Israel. Well, I thought he was going to go to the Bahamas. Where doesn't he own like a $50 million mansion out there? Oh, God, didn't they? Yeah, they funded a stadium. Why not? Why? It's your money. Why not? Let me pull that one up. I forgot about the stadium. Oh, FTX Arena in Miami, Florida. I wonder how much that one went for. Let's questions remain after Miami Heat's FTX Arena debacle. Let's take a look at this one. Why not? If you've got billions of dollars you've just stolen, why not spend it on just stupid shit that nobody can stop? Naming rights to FTX Arena, where the Miami Heat play, are up for grabs. Ooh. Miami Heat and Miami-Dade County released a joint statement on Friday that they had terminated their business relationship with FTX following a crypto company's epic collapse. The report about FTX and its affiliates are extremely disappointing, the statement read. We will be working together to find a new naming right partner to the arena. The 19-year deal was worth $135 million. Why does it matter? The county used part of its $90 million portion of the arena deal to fund its anti-gun violence campaign, and it remains unclear how the fallout will impact the programs. Well, I guess everybody in Miami's about to get shot. Everybody in Miami's about to get shot because Sam took your fucking dough. That's how it's going to end. Sam, the bank man, is spreading gun violence across America. Every shooting death in Miami-Dade is now at his feet. Remember that, chat. Way to go, bank man. Tried to give it to the Democrats and somehow ended up changing it, so now everybody's getting shot. Fucking arena deals. I mean, you have to remember their ages are between like 25 and 30. I don't seem to remember, chat, this ever happening to entrepreneurs or businessmen from like the 80s, the 70s, 80s, or 90s. Like, I understand they probably had wild parties and shit, but I don't remember, like Steve Jobs or Wozniak or Bill Gates, any of these people kind of involved in these tech companies, telling their employees to start snorting meth and fucking in the office as they shuffled about billions of dollars they somehow stole. It's weird. It's weird, but like now we got Sam and Carolyn out there doing rails off each other's asses, playing League of Legends, naming stadiums, and hiring celebrities for commercials. Fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. Now, who is Katie Hahn? Founder of Hahn Ventures, board of Coinbase and Autograph. This one's actually somewhat interesting. Let's take a look at this. If you want more connections, how deep does it go? Why? Let's just keep going. In an interview with Sam at the SALT conference earlier this year, Katie Hahn says she was taught by both of his parents while attending Stanford. She goes on to say that she's known him since he was a child. Isn't that sweet? Everybody just knows everybody. They all have wonderful relationships with one another. And isn't that wonderful? All these venture capitalists and all these people involved in these companies, they're all super friendly with one another. Now, please, chat, don't start noticing any coincidences. Don't start noticing any coincidences. Don't start connecting any dots. Fucking hell, man. Well, I hope at least this information has been partially helpful to you, to understanding that this is dirty as fuck, and that every day it gets worse. And I hope the tutorial on how to talk to our good friend Olivia at McDonald's will help feed your starving children who are eating wallpaper. Also, I'd like to dedicate this stream to the memory of Mobility Mary, dead on Spider Island. Tragic as fuck. At least we're alive, chat. That's a silver lining. Mobility Mary's never going to be able to crypto trade again. She's dead. She's been eaten by spiders. But you and I will be able to continue on crypto trading to our heart's content. Well, not me. You saw my conversation with Olivia. Clearly, I'm in a bad place. I don't even own a phone. And Olivia is kind of a bitchy AI. Wouldn't really help me get my revenge, so I don't know what to do. I guess black pilled for me, white pilled for you, I suppose, is a way to do it. But I love shit like this. I love trash fires like this, just to be able to watch them from the outside. Now, granted, if I was directly involved in this, I would be fucking massively pissed off. I'd be devastatedly mad about this taking place. But that's fine. I get it. If you lose your money on something like this, I'd be very angry. But it makes me wonder how many of these people are out there in crypto right now. Like, how many of these sneaky fucks like this guy are out there with these kind of connections? I mean, the information people have dug up after this broke would have been available before it broke. So how many are out there just fucking people out of their cash, ruining the entire crypto economy, ruining faith in it and trust in it, making people think they can't get rich if they want to get rich, that they'll never have their opportunity? They're literally the wealthy elite in ivory towers of academia. You couldn't make this up. Wealthy elite from ivory towers in academia have basically stolen everyone's money to fund politicians so they can make laws that the wealthy elite in academia like. It's ridiculous. It's so badly written. If somebody had told you this story before this information broke, it would be, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a conspiracy theorist, and none of that's true. Except here we are. That's right, chat. And it's gone. And it's gone. $1 billion for 2024 is what he was going to go for. I want to know more about this super secretive Mind the Gap Silicon Valley Democratic super PAC. I'd like to know the names of everybody involved. I want to know the names of everybody involved in this and all the other organizations in crypto they're involved in. Because if they're connected to this and it's dirty, I'd bet you anything else they're connected to is dirty too. Like, if you're really into crypto, if that's your scene and you're making your money and investing and doing all that shit, you got to root this shit out and be ruthless about it. Because if you don't, it's going to collapse on your fucking head. If you let people like this run over you, you're never going to get it back again. This is the big fucking flare in the sky. This is the big flag being waved. This is the big siren going off. This is your warning. This is the most blatant shit you could ever see. And it's just going to get worse if you don't pay attention. Somebody in chat saying, too late. You might be right. Not to end on a black pill, but from Reuters, today, banking giants in New York Fed start 12-week digital dollar pilot. Oh, what a coincidence. What a coincidence. Steal a bunch of money, give it to Democrats so Democrats can win elections. Then it comes out and destroys faith in the cryptocurrency market. And right a day or two later after that, here comes the Fed, banking giants, to say, don't worry, guys. We're going to start a digital dollar pilot. You can trust us. The government can do it better. What a coincidence. Make you lose faith in the alternative system that exists, and then have the government come in, the same government that just got a bunch of money to get elected by this guy, and have them come in and offer you an alternative of their own. What a coinkydink. Holy shit, man. It's sad. It's sad. Your money is not, it's not Safu. I'm sorry, chat. It's not Safu. It's not Safu until you find out who all these fucking people are, what they're associated with, so you mark them off a list and never touch it again. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know where it goes from here. I don't know what the next stop on the story is. I mean, you already have political intrigue, nepotism, academia, politicians, government officials, embezzlement, theft, fraud, sex orgies, drug abuse. Like what the only thing we're missing is a murder or a suicide. And then it's everything. The story has everything. So in a week, are we going to have something like that? I don't know. I mean, how much worse could it get? But it keeps getting worse. Every day it gets worse. This is going to get turned into, the only thing you're going to get out of this is not a conviction or your money back, but you will get like a Netflix documentary or maybe a Hulu series about it. Give it a week or two, probably. Give it a week or two, somebody will probably get off, right? That's probably going to happen. Meth, sex, and fraud. Oh my. Yeah, exactly, Chad. Well, I know. It's a bit of a sad story. That's why it's not a year of the Chud thing. Usually I would do this at the end of the month, but I want to keep that positive energy going for a year of the Chud and not really bring it down with this. Maybe in 2 weeks at the end of the month when I'm doing my normal stream, we'll get a good story out of this. And Sam Friedman, the bank man, will have, I don't know, gotten sentenced to 100 years in prison. Or they'll mysteriously find that missing $1 to $2 billion that they can't. Oh, I got it on my check sheet, but it disappeared. Oh, I don't know where it went. How do you lose $1 billion? What do you mean? It was on your spreadsheet. What? Oh, it's a spreadsheet mistake. Microsoft obviously is fucked up and misplaced $1 billion. No, Sam. Where's that fucking money? Sam, where is our fucking money? That's what people that got screwed by this should be saying. Where is my fucking money? You don't just lose $1 to $2 billion because of a decimal mistake on a spreadsheet. Where's the fucking money, Sam? Where did you hide it? What political campaign did you give it to, Sam? Carolyn, Squirrel Girl, Chipmunk Girl, where's that money? I know meth is expensive, but you couldn't have possibly spent $1 billion on it. Your blood would have melted if you did. Hookers and meth. Could you imagine? Could you imagine they look at his bank account and he spent hundreds of millions of dollars on methamphetamines? He's the ultimate drug addict? Oh. Getting awfully sleepy over here, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting awfully sleepy. What is it from Dominization Animation? Fun fact, Mr. Bankman also used some of the stolen money for the development of Olivia, adding insult to injury. Well, of course. They're all involved in it. They're all dirty, even McDonald's. What a fucking shit show. So that's the story of FTX. That's the story of the bank man. A privileged kid with connections that got to steal billions of dollars and will get away with it scot-free. A bunch of people that probably got fucked over. And Binance Binance stepping in to save people, I guess, by actually starting a bank run and uncovering this all. I mean, that's your story right there. Where does it go from here again? I don't know. But I guarantee you there's more to it. I have the feeling there's going to be like a murder or something involved in this. We just got to wait a week or two. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that uplifting story. I hope you learned how to fill out a McDonald's application. Remember, Mobility Mary again, rest in peace, sweet princess. We'll get to the super chat donation. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you at the end of the month if you're not interested in this. Otherwise, I'll start reading super chats. We'll do one final break here so I can get another drink because my throat is, it's got to trash. It's got to trash. But we'll be back to do super chats. Otherwise, invest in boomer rocks. Okay, it's a lot harder. You saw, I mean, look at this guy. You know, here's my pitch for why boomer rocks are better. Let me pull up his picture. No, that's not his picture. This is, all right, look at this guy. His spindly little arms and his big fat man tits. If you had put your money into silver, it would have been far too heavy for him to steal it. He never would have been able to run out of your house with like 100 kilos of silver. He doesn't have the physical strength to do it. That's why you put it in boomer rocks. The Democratic operatives running their scams can't physically move it. They're too weak and, soy-filled to actually run away with your boomerangs. That's the security built into silver, all right? it's too heavy for his soy ass to take. Okay, let's get a little song going for our break here before I come back for super chats. Let me see. Well, we found the clues. I can't do Blue's clues. Turns out all the clues were anti-Semitic. Blue's going to get in a lot of trouble. So we've already heard that song. Can't come back to Blue. I'm sorry. Oh, I know what we can listen to. Chat while I go for a break and we get a drink and come back for super chats. We'll listen to Pipkin Pippa singing Rama Rama. How meta is that?
I don't think petrol. Is there lyrics on here? Hold on. Get us, we can't sniff forever. Show me sister, show me brother. For one another. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Come on, come on. For the leaders of the land. Don't sniff petrol from a can. You put your petrol in the college stage. Don't be Rama, messing with your brains. It's deadly, don't you understand? If you don't sniff petrol from a can, you put your petrol in the car it goes. Don't be Rama, and sniff it up your nose. Don't be Rama, 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 don't be Rama. Love your friends and protect your family. They are with you when you are lonely. Don't bandera. When you stop, your brains will be clear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah! Come on, come on. Let's go, leaders of the bad lands. You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put your petrol in the car stage. Don't be Rama, messing with your brain. Say you're deadly. Do you understand? You don't sniff petrol from a can. Put your petrol in the car it goes. Don't be Rama, and sniff it up your nose. A fuck is you, Rama. Gonna get caught like Laden Osama. Yeah, I tell you, 'cause I can't tell you.
When I was smoking in the spit, shit, them boys and girls are sniffing from my tail. In your brains.
For the leaders of the Bavada lands, you don't sniff petrol from a can. You put your petrol in the car stage. Don't be Rama, it's messing with your brain. You say you're deadly. Do you understand? You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put your petrol in the car it goes. Don't be Rama, and sniff it up your nose. Use your brains, think about your culture. Oh, sniffing! Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, Chad. I hope you liked the musical renditions of Pippa Pipkin singing Rama Rama. No sniffing. Don't sniff it from a can, Chad. All right, let's get through these super chats here. From Nick Fuentes. Oh my, for 20. Jaden, I know you're watching. Please come back to me. Jim, can you tell him where to find me? Pretty please. Unrequited love there. Let me put the little pudding up there. Let him dance. From Interest, The real Nick J. Fuentes in chat. Proud of you for siding with Laura Cozy's Queen Loomer against MTG this morning. Standing proud for your Judeo-Christian values. From Ricky Ross. Jim, what conspiracy theories do you believe? Also, you're a gay queer. Well, I've got a new conspiracy theory, I believe, regarding FTX. I'm a full believer in that one right now. From Argon Drolf. Hey there, Jim. Just started working at UPS, and your kosher 5-star Jim hat, TM, is doing a great job keeping the sweat out of my eyes. Well, I appreciate somebody who appreciates high-quality merchandise. These fantastic hats and shirts and everything else, all this crap, all this third world crap's available over at the Selfie store. Buy two. Buy two of them. Glad you enjoy the quality. That's a very real super chat. Somebody very really sent me, not me doing it on my own to get you to buy hats. Autism forums. I'm looping about them Jews. Skull of Rex. Press G to give showers to anyone that voted for proposals to end the lives of babies, especially the one in Montana that doesn't recognize newborns as people. I'm not joking about that either. From some, have you read Helk, Jim? And also, I've lived long enough to see liberals call for a nuclear war. God help us all. Well, I have not been paying attention right now on Twitter. I don't know if are we at the brink of nuclear war right now? Is it coming? I know that a couple of missiles, or allegedly a couple of missiles, landed in Poland. You know, it killed, I believe, what was it, 2 people? If they reach the point of war, if I go check Twitter right now, is everybody screaming, oh my God, we're all going to die in fire? Let's see. Poland. Poland is trending. Let me see what it says. Are we dead yet? Is the war imminent? I have to go to like a news account to see what the newest thing is. Let's see. Okay, here's the latest update that I'm reading. Missile hits Poland. We all knew that. Hit near a village near Ukraine. Knew that as well. Missile hit farm in rural area. ID'd as Russian-made missile. 2 people dead at scene. Unclear who fired the missile. Ukraine says Russia fired the missile. Russia denies responsibility. NATO has called emergency meetings. That's from an hour ago. So I think I have enough time before the hellscape nuclear apocalypse happens to get through these super chats. Wish me luck, chat. Wish me luck. Let's see if I can get through them quickly enough so I can run to my fallout shelter. Has the bankman created the perfect crime? He stole billions of dollars right before the missiles hit? It's ingenious. From Nick Fuentes. What is this bankman's problem? There's no reason to run. Doesn't he know that if you become an FBI informant, they'll let you keep the money? They also take you off the no-fly list. That's from, again, from Nick Fuentes. Really sending in a lot of donations tonight, Nick. From Dame Pesos. Boogie2988, time being alive is coming to an end. It's actually true this time. Look at his Twitter timeline. You know, we do this every single fucking time, don't we? And then when I go look, he's never dying. But I'll still check again. Why not? Let's go take a look. See, I'm talking about Keemstar and t-shirts. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Is this actually real? Oh, we've got, let's see here. Oh, that's a bad one too. All right. This is actually real. I don't fucking believe it. It seems every time this comes up, wait, hold on. Let me put it up on screen for chat here. 1 second, guys. Okay, let me do screen share. 1 moment. Wow, Dami, for once the boogie news is actually real. Okay, let me pull this off the screen so we can get the dance. Boogie says he's dying, and I've got a dancing pudding on stream. What an asshole. Okay. From Boogie 2988. Hey, so I debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. It's extremely slow moving and many people live with it for decades. No big deal. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was something else. I guess if it's going to get cancer, this is the one to get. It might lead to a stroke or heart attack, but that's easily managed. It could eventually lead to leukemia, but we can stay on top of it and make sure it doesn't. At the end of the day, I don't think you should be too worried about it, and I'm not going to be that worried about it. I'll just do what my doctor tells me to do. Well, I do not believe it. Do you know how many years I've been streaming where somebody will say, Boogie's dying, or Boogie's dead, or something's happened? And they're finally we've had it. We've had it actually happen for once, chat. I don't even know. Yeah, there you go. That one was from Dame. From Lacto Vasilio. Thankfully, I put all my investments into Metokur merch. They will skyrocket someday. Indeed, they will. From Zion Hunter, DSP outlives another one. From JS, got my hoodie and beanie last week just in time because it's freezing outside. Looking forward to a comfy stream. Can you read the member super chats today? I know you're sick. No worries if you can't. When I'm going through the super chat and sticky thing under the little subsection that YouTube has, it doesn't show member chats in there. So I'm not sure what section I'm supposed to go to look for them. It shows me stickers that people send, and it shows me super chats. But if you renew a membership and put a message in it, it doesn't for some reason. From a 99 Kresnik, gonna watch Trump tonight, Jim. Might be wild with what's going on in Texas and Deb salivating over permanent one rule party. Son of Tiamat, can we get an S to spit on Armored Skeptic, soon to be Armored Wagey? Yes, I've read Armored is having a bit of a tough time right now. Probably regretting the fact he broke up a shoe. I don't know. From Spiffy, hey Jim, can you say this message so I can clip it and use it for personal reasons? Happy birthday, my little moon cricket. Let's get drunk tonight. From Kaloon, Knickers, nerds, rise up. iFunny is the only true free speech social media. God bless the Russians. From Veggie Bad, remember Jim, buy the dips. From Leon Umesh, let the darkness grow. Tiberian Fiend, good evening, sir. I'm with the racist police. We've gotten a report that a Mr. Mediocre has been saying the N-word around here. Have you seen anyone matching that description? Maybe not here, but probably over at Odyssey. From Landachi, shalom, my brother. Just turned 115 commission hours in this week. Too tired to catch you live most nights, but I'm here to support the resurrection of Jim 2 Electric Boogaloo. From Op4, NNRU, Ice Mexican, shut it down. From Edward Elric, please call Jason a dumb moon cricket for spending over $100 on shiny Pokemon cards instead of hats. Shiny Pokemon cards? Well, maybe he'll make the next Mount Gox, right? And become a super rich crypto billionaire. And then you're going to regret making fun of him. Danny Claw, please don't die. We need you at least to be with us until the end of the world, please. Thank you. The Orange Ninja Turtle, Jim, Asians carry disease and you need to take her back to whatever wet market you bought her from. Also, tell her a Halloween bear shirt is lovely, and I'm going to get another and put it away safe. Well, I will pass the message along. From Bling Blong Dinga 2, I said is not even cold outside. From DSP Historical Society, smoke 'em if you got 'em. From the Draconic Bard, wow. Please bully Jewish into using the VTuber model I made him. I don't know if I don't think he's ever going to use a VTuber model on any of his Odyssey streams. it's never going to happen. DSP Historical Society, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. From Lifeless Loser, hi, Mr. Metokur. My old roommate died drunk driving. Maybe you can make a deal with Moloch to get extra years he would have had worth a shot. I will look into it. From Taco Bell, Jim, have you tried alternative treatments? Let me see if I can pronounce this properly. Anti-neoplastian therapy is something that was suppressed by the FDA for cancer treatment. No idea if it works, but I want to see you get better. Wishing you a full recovery. They are putting me on a bunch of shit. The prednisone is ripping me apart, so they want to switch me over to rituximab infusions. And then another doctor wants to do IG infusions. But of course, if you know anything about either of those, they kind of contradict each other a little bit. So there's a bit of a debate going on about what they're going to fucking start cooking in my veins. From Christopher Bellar, Rip Boogie's crypto fortune. This holiday season, people think of him and donate to his Mount Dew fund so he can sustain himself. Thanks, Jim. Draconic Bard again. I can make one for you if you want. LOL. Waifu Jim. From Christopher Paulson. Loving the streams lately. Keep them going. Butts World Man. Imagine investing in crypto and not moon crickets. Oy vey. From Rush Pabst. We need MC Jimbo Carlson on the mornings with Metokur streams. I'm surprised Sirgon of Applebee's music wasn't in your election coverage. From Vexquell. Thanks for streaming on my birthday. Just turned 20. I've officially hit the wall. Well, I don't know if I'd call 20 the wall, but happy birthday nonetheless. From Laugh My Ass Off Schwarz, reminds me of the Quadrigo CX CEO dies in India with $250 million of its crypto or users' crypto. 4 years later, no updates. This is good for Bitcoin. See no evil. Armored Skeptic burnt through all his donos and is now threatening. Is he reached the point of threatening to kill himself? I saw that he was really depressed. He's talking about like, oh, there's no light at the end of the tunnel thing. I guess there's more to it. I'll have to maybe cover it on Saturday. From Hedge, hey Jim, thanks for everything. Seriously, your content this year has really helped me. My depressed ass through a lot. Also, thanks for the selling great hats. Everybody loves the hats. Ice Mexican, oy vey, Jimothy. Be careful not to anger the nose tribe, otherwise you'll end up doing a backflip off your prison bunk. From Feltree, just another case where anti-Semitism saves lives. Sailor Raven, Daddy Jim still breathes. Captain Falcon, I'm investing in shoes. I want to be a baron. We all want to be a shoe baron. Big pimp out there. I'm still amazed that a dude in a room full of fucking nothing but Adidas and Nikes destroyed somebody's marriage that quickly. I need to come up with like I need to make a chart of what would you call them? I mean, you're not the cuck, you're the cucker. I need to make a cucker chart with like tiered lists of where to put people, because you'd have Shoe Baron on there, and then you'd have the guy that cucked Blade on the RV. Well, you'd have like 3 of them actually based on that stream. I need to make this so we can start tracking where people are as far as who's the alpha cucker out there in the streaming world. From Brock Bravo to my favorite banker Jimothy, from Common. Just as a reminder for our poor crypto friends out there, you can always fall back on stealing catalytic converters and copper wiring. Joe Masters 575. Have some boomerangs on me, Jim. I'm currently waging my job right now. From Dick Jones. Do you think the Bankman will emerge from this tomb or bunker by the dip? I don't think he's going to face anything. I think he's just going to walk away. It's depressing, I know. From Yeri, what a time to be alive. Bling Blong Dingo 2. Spricket Squad, rise up. From Celius, mocking mobility Mary's death, pretty anti-Semitic. From Ocean Redux, was a bit connect. LOL. Oh, I see how you. I was doing that more like a Ross. I thought you were doing like a Ross where he's like, I'm with autism. Ocean Redux again. Jim, I own 2 damn hoodies and not a single hat. We need trucker hats. The hats you have are lame. I can't. There's only so much selection there is. I have to jump from store to store. I'd have to find one that's got trucker hats. From Indigenous. Hey, Jim, there's a local dude in my area that molested dogs. That molested dogs and got in trouble for tying up a woman in a video of a woman having dogs run a train on her. Fucking what? Hey, bro, nice stream about that financial collapse. Just wanted to put it out there. This guy in my neighborhood is a dog fucker. And he ties women up and has the dogs fuck them too. All right, you have a good stream, man. Keep it going, Jim. You're dropping Indigenous. You're dropping bombs on me from out of nowhere. From Saiger Kranz, Knudsen did a video on Mary on his second channel if you want more info on her. Epic Yoshi, when are we getting Jim Goy coins? I don't know. I don't know when those Jim Goy coins are coming. What would I call them? What a little Metokur moon tokens. I'm not sure what I'd call them, I guess. I have to come up with a brilliant marketing idea for them. Let's see. Nin Star Rune, invest in crickets, heard they're going to the moon. From Yuri again, FTX had plus 500 app. That was basically the South Park meme, and it's gone. From the Wilford Brimley Rabbit, Lillian So is my favorite transgender gardener. From Drugstoner 420, hey Jim, Mr. Sheko Bergstein here. Saw you need to pay your cancer pill. Here's $20. I get 35% off all donations to cancer research. From Preussen Loiter, Jim, Jim, please tell Lowell that our pregnancy milkers are still legit. Seriously, top-notch milkers, Jim. Well, they're top-notch milkers, apparently. From Goro Adamio, World War III draws near, the end is nigh. From Hiroshima, SBF has been running trains on his sister with 8 friends in the Bahamas. Take my shekels, Jimbo. From Haunting You, watching Placebong's BitConnect video, it's the best. From Cather, Jim tells Serena I love her and enjoy the cash. Well, Serena, Cather loves you and enjoys your money. Now, I'm not sure if that's what they meant exactly, but that's how I'm going to portray it. This guy just told me that the reason he loves you is your money. That's the only reason. Thanks for the money, sucker. I can't believe you wrote that underneath it. Wow, that's terrible. What's going on with these donations? From Jim S. Bankman's getting Epstein 100%. Walk to my truck. Thanks for all the streams lately. Potato. From Miracle Accio. Young Ethan of H3H3 made bank with FTX. Kanye warned us about the big nose people, but we didn't listen. From Benji Wiss. To be a bill, you need to run a mill. Silius, Boogie has blood cancer. Yeah, we actually just went over that with the Dame one. We got one from Haunting You. Shout out Sean Ranklin and Wingo's new diet. From Lock Robster. Boogie 2988 is going to Spider Island. That's cruel. It's very cruel. CNJ Dev. And the fight between Boogie 2988 and a person I can't name still happening. Well, because it's a sacred month, I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. From Mr. Wukong, will Boogie's OnlyFans be the front for his money laundering scheme? We'll have to wait to see. Project's done poorly. Bankman didn't Epstein himself. Also, both are the House of Judah. Weird. From Bromedy Blank, the last time 10 billion went missing, it belonged to the Tojo clan and resulted in the almost collapse of the entire organization. Also, Boogie. And what did Jade think of the shoe Barrett? She laughed about that. Just thought it was funny. From Speedrunner, you can delete tweets without bots archiving, but creating new tweets at the same time in this format. CNJ Dev, look at what happened with MF Global. This just doesn't happen to crypto. I'm not saying it's just crypto. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I feel like crypto is being corrupted worse every day by bad players, bad entities with bad intentions. ZT Maz, have a fun stream. Hope you're feeling good. From Larry Bernard, remember chat, around elves, watch yourselves. From Deadweight Nero, interestingly enough, this doesn't beg the question. Seen any elves? Borderline congested heckle laugh. From G33K, Cryptonoc 2, the noticing. From Anonymous, Boogie just announced he has cancer on YouTube. I thought it was on Twitter. Did you make a YouTube video too? From OKChick93, Jimbo, love your content. My husband and I have been on the Insanity Coaster since Tumblerisms, enjoying the ride, never stop. From Goro Domio, thumbs up for nuclear explosions near you. Ocean Redux, don't you guys just love all the Democrats? FTX and the war in Ukraine. Oh, what's that? You don't. Don't be hateful. I'm so very, very tired. I need to sleep after checking my... Oh, my God. I'm just so tired. Chet, are you feeling tired right now? Suddenly, I'm so tired, too. We're all so sleepy. Oh, the meth is worn off, and the orgies are over, and the billions have disappeared. And I just want to take a nap in my big-ass beanbag. So tired over here. From Colin Stevens, Keebler Coin. Oh, that's a good name. Sir Thomas Drake, Dequarius Domingo sent me. From Yuri, sounds like good lore for a new Deus Ex game. From Entropy, our little elf's going to be in Argentina. From Randy, hey Jim, thank you for the memories, man. Best of luck. You're a good man. Honky Kong is Elf the New Jew. I wouldn't say it was new. Kit Fisto, hey Jim, favorite boomer shooter. Also finish Cultic. Well, Cultic isn't really finishable at the moment. The one I like the most, I don't know. I just got done playing. Oh my God. I just did the, you know what? I'd say Dusk. I really like Dusk. For some reason, I can go back to that and play it over and over. I don't know why, but I like it. From Azathoth. All right, let me take a drink here because my tongue is now dying on me. From Azathoth. How do you pronounce that? And one day for no reason at all. Plus equal minus K. You will own nothing and you will be happy. From Normal AI, the world will see I was right. From True Anime Radio, Ghost Politics has been talking about the death of crypto for over a year now. It all started with Wall Street bets. Despite him being a target of trolls, he does know his stuff. I would listen to him. From Maximum Caffeine, I don't know if I should be laughing or crying. Well, it's easy to figure out. If you had money in FTX, you'd be crying. If you didn't, you'd be laughing a little bit. A little bit. Because it is a little bit funny that a bunch of orgiastic, methed up rich kids from Ivory Towers have stolen billions of dollars. And how the fuck does that happen? From Forgon, oh, we've got a TND there. Grant K, stop noticing. Losers in a suit. Rats, rats, we're the rats. We pray at night. We stalk at night. We're the rats. Let's see what kind of trouble crypto gets us into. From Chase Weiler. Ted Kaczynski was right. Judgment Kazi. Where's the crazy turkey and photon stream, you cancer-ridden mutant? Well, the photon streams have been done. I said I might watch one more episode. And as for Gobble Gobble Man, that's probably going to be Thanksgiving if you think about it. From Kit Luna. We talking about World War III tonight. Oh, well, we did a little bit. From Jordan Scott Mills, Andy sounds like a person pleading with zombies before being eaten. When it's just the voice clips, listen back with that visual. It's amazing. Please do so. Andy's like out of the streets in a zombie apocalypse screaming, Medic and masochist for $1,000. God, Ashton, it's biting me. Ashton, our baby. Ashton, protect our baby. I'm going to, yeah. I can kind of see it a little bit. From Mr. Thundercloud. They probably want to destroy and make their own crypto that's regulated as heck with a WEF involved. Maybe it's a step to create a one world currency. From Gizmo Hunter, Jim, this is just the White House is now asking for $37.7 billion for the ukes. From Celius, Jim's final solution to the FTX problem. Oh, whoa, buddy. Oh, where are we here? I lost my place. From Kill All Pedos, just remember, as long as you don't kill yourself, your suffering can go on and on and on and on. From Cosmic Dogaran, convert these dollars into McBucks to pay wages. From Judgment Cassie, why do you stream on YouTube and not Odyssey? I do stream on Odyssey every Saturday morning for the Mornings with Metokur. Even did an election stream over there. Talisman, ask Tay for help. Mario Carter 13, the hats are smaller than your remaining account balance. From Circus Dragoon, have some Brit coins for your smoking fun, Jimbo. Make the most of things before we turn into atomic ash. I'm happy you're keeping well. Thank you for always streaming. It means a lot to me. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. CNJ Dev, when's the Acer Thorn stream coming? More than likely, probably Thanksgiving. Jeremiah, read it again. Sir, many internet people have made me laugh, but you taught me how to laugh. You're the gift that keeps on giving, even after you inevitably croak. Until then, I'll be praying you accept the historical fact that Jesus came back to life, and so will all who believe. From Bromany Blank, Jim is going to get John McCaffrey Epstein. From Rabbi Herschel Lieberman, and it cuts your name off. So, Rabbi, if it's all right, let me just imagine what your last name is. This would be from Rabbi Herschel Lieberman, Berenstein Goldensmith, test, and then follows it up with, in memory of Captain Bellum, the greatest swashbuckler in the world, press F to pay respects. From Dan Queen, how do I make toast in the oven? Very carefully. Bling Blong Dingo 2, Biden tweeted about how American finances are amazing the second you said, why isn't this a bigger story? From St. Winston, Jimothy, did you ever believe that you'd see such a naked conspiracy out in the open like this? I can't believe I paid $5 to highlight it. It is shocking. I think the thing that really fucks me up is how transparent it is. That's got to be that has to be a sign. If you look at the decline of a country or an empire or whatever, I wonder if you read the historical accounts, if they'll talk about how corruption, I guess, was just blatant. Is that one of the key signals that shit's going downhill? Where people just get so lazy they don't care anymore? The people doing bad shit just don't care anymore, so they're just in your face about it. Just blatantly so, almost telling you exactly what they're doing. Dumb Money Media. I made a YouTube short today called FTX Sam New Office. If you have 37 seconds to spare, love you, man. From Walter Dedman. It's a big club and you ain't in it. God damn, has that never been more appropriate or apparent here? From Azrael Dark Hour. Hey, Jim. Love you, brother. From Alpha Niner. You know I can't say TND on YouTube. Susan doesn't like it. From Eldritch Catastrophe. Turtles love badgers. From PS, pyramid-shaped boxes do nothing but give the DNCC are the future of the finance. Sir Thomas Drake, anti-gun program defunded? Good. From Wiggly Fungus, there's been Adderall shortages and people are prescribed for ADHD, depression, narcolepsy, and other issues. It's known give what are we saying here? It's known to give bad physical withdrawals. Yet these people pop it like they're caffeine to work good. Well, yeah, eventually they'll chase that dragon until the dragon chases them. I know the dragon's heroin. But if they're gonna keep popping it, eventually, wow! Can you imagine if he got sent to prison and he's been doing like he's been doing nothing but Adderall nonstop for like a year or two? The withdrawals would be horrific. From Polyfrog, total Hebrew. Oh, see, I can't say that one either, can I, Polly? Instead of TND, it's THD. RS3 T Cool guy. You would think other crime syndicates or vigilantes who lost everything would go after these FTX scammers after being scammed so hard. It's very odd. You know, I bet you, I'd put money on it, that anybody that's involved in an actual criminal syndicate could smell this shit from a mile away. They probably keep their money in more secure ways than FTX. From Texas T2, these people are acting like rock stars, but without the music or great music. And remember, Jim, when a certain organization gets you, you better make your dead switch video the greatest troll post. From Chase Weiler, 3 years left, chat. From Lol Loopy, Swami Ben Goldstein strikes again. From Pogacus, Jim, I sent you a drawing I made and a holiday gift. Let me know if you get it. Will do. From Jeremy Cotner, somebody will get taken out as soon as it's tied to the Clintons. Well, we just did. Somebody was tied to the Clintons. From Domination Animation, fun fact, Mr. Bankman also used some of the stolen money for the development of Olivia, adding insult to injury. Toxic Rave, did you see the Russian crypto dev that got murdered? His last tweet was about how the CIA and Mossad have a joint op in the Bahamas, and his ex-girlfriend was a CIA spy that would frame and suicide him. That sounds really fucking familiar. Chat, did that actually happen? Let me look at chat here. Chat, did that really actually happen? Do we know his name? Can I go look this up? Oh. Yeah, wouldn't this have been like around the 9th or the 10th? I'll have to come back. I'll come back to it. Joe, the West Indian male. Carolyn dating profile states she has hepatitis 1 and 2 and is polyamorous. Lovely. From Celius. Jim, starting up CryptoGate. Mr. Kill Everything, your 8th stream is going to happen someday, just like your DSP interview, you moon cricket. Now, let me just refresh once more. Made my way through. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Really wish this was set up a little better, but they just don't give a shit. All right, hold on 1 second here. Where did it leave off? All right. From Justin Ray Brady for 50. Glad I could catch this live. I'm glad the battle for Jim's driveway didn't take place, but I would have brought a t-shirt and hat commemorating the event. Well, thank you very much. Tamaray Holloway. Paranoid crypto millionaire drowns in Puerto Rico after tweeting that CIA and Mossad were after him. Family says no foul play 1029. Okay, so that was earlier than I thought. Is that the same guy? Are people getting taken out right now? From Alinar, thank you for the continued lulls, Jimbo. The Saturday streams have been peak entertainment. From Nerd Bane, TND, HH. I want to see how Tim drowning victim, Pool steals this chat content. From Poppy Bagel LLC, check out The Secret Life of Symbols with Jordan Maxwell. It starts out as a controversial take on certain religions and ends with a full-on guide to being a sovereign citizen. Same guy who was a part of Zeitgeist the movie. From Tiberian Fiend, what do you think of our new Globo Omo art emojis? I don't know, I haven't looked. Epic Yoshi, do you have a friend we can follow on Twitter? Nope. I've stayed away from Twitter. I'll occasionally read what somebody else posts on it, but nope, I'm pretty much off of it. From Sock Puppet 1, Jim, how annually devastated would you be if Kiwi Josh landed the DSP interview? Well, not at all. I just threw it out there because I thought it'd be fun. But, if DSP does it with somebody else, he does it with somebody else. From JChrist2Z, hey, Jim, we stopped by your house for Halloween and did not receive a squirt gun or a carrot. We were very sad. Well, I'm very sorry. From Shrapsters, the world is drowning in corruption, but sometimes you just have to step back and simp for your favorite hat merchant and VTuber. From Beetlejuice, the Zog planned the Russian-Ukrainian war and FTX. From Selfire, all this time I thought Rama Rama was some weird weeaboo song. Laughed my ass off. I finally looked it up. What the fuck? Yep, it's about not sniffing gasoline. That's what the song is about. From Perry Hodder, look up Carolyn Poly Imperial Chinese Harem. I don't know if I want to look that up. From John T, check out YouTube's Delete Loya, self-proclaimed constitutional law scholar E.G. Grifter, who screams at cops and sues people for hurting his feelings. I've never heard of him, but I'll look it up. From Yul Brunner, Nick wants to give you a kiss, but not in a gay way. From John T. Sorry, channel is delete laws. Oh, that was the name of it. From UT's 4321. Aren't these people members of the tribe? What tribe? The Elven tribe? Jordan Scott Mills. Oh no, motherfucker, you got to check out that dog effer story. From JS. We need a 2024 election stream. I'm praying for you, Jim. Maybe I should just support you on Odyssey. YouTube sucks. How does Odyssey make money anyway? Oodles. Everybody loves those oodles. From DJ Shems Vulch. Oy vey, they know too much. Go ahead and shut it down. From Lubu, you can call Jim Goycoins, Jim Sterlings. And from K Vibes, thanks for the great stream, Jim. Can I make a request for a new t-shirt? A dancing pudding with a little hat. Love you, Jim. It'd be getting a little meta, wouldn't it? Epic Yoshi, where can we follow your autism posts? Chudbuds, or you can go to Post, or you can go to. It's pretty much it. I'm not on. I should say my good friend is not on Twitter. I've detoxed from Twitter. It's fun to shitpost on Twitter. My good friend tells me, but I've walked away. Walked away. We'll see. Maybe Elon will unban my good friend, in which case I shitpost occasionally. But for now, it is what it is. 2 more here, and then we're done. Judgment Kazi, why the stream on YouTube, not Odyssey? Because I did an election stream over on Odyssey, and I figure I did this on YouTube. And finally, Epic Yoshi, go to That Being Said podcast, you Nigerian prince. All right. Caught up, chat. We went through the super chats. Sad news about Boogie. Apparently, there's a guy out there who's got a mad fucking dogs in his neighborhood. We don't know what's going to happen with that story. It's just so out of left field. There's not like a follow up to it. It's like, hey, bro, there's a super chat. By the way, guy's fucking dogs in my neighborhood. Just thought you should know. Just thought you know about the guy fucking dogs. It's good to know. Now we're fully informed on it, chat. Alrighty. Let me turn off that. And then what are we going to play ourselves out on? What song are we playing ourselves out on here? Let me think. Let me use my thinking thoughts. What song would you all be like, no, please don't play that shit? Why are you playing that shit, Jim? It's not an ending song. What are you doing? I'm gonna throw something on random. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe some K-pop. What are you gonna do then, chat? Oh, he's putting K-pop on. What the fuck? Can't do that. Let's just let's see here. Yeah, we'll go with this one. All right, everyone, have a good one. I'll see you at the Year of the Chud end of the month stream. Hopefully we don't all get blown up in like a nuke war or something. Who knows? No promises. I can't promise you that. Keep your eye on FTX to watch the shit show that unfolds, because I'm sure it's nowhere near done yet. And have a good one. And then it freezes on me. There we go.
Shorty, she a cyber freak, she running with the fiend. She a hit, she like it when they bleed. She a demon violent with her knees. In her sights, the line tryna.
Shorty, you should get back, cause you too close. You're moving like you're feeling for love, Jolene Cujo. And I ain't wanna put up a neck, and I'm thinking, you know, if you plan on getting cut, then my players reverse Uno. Cause I got me a cyber freak, and she be moving like a fiend. No righteously, her every move is like a scene. The violence free, so when she grand is lying, see that I can see. She caught me, try me, got my circus down and shortage. Wouldn't kiss my bitch and get distorted. Hacked it to me, she's a virus forming. Got me by surprise, she's a Trojan. Whoa, she's a living virus, I know. I'm a dead man walking a ghost. She shut me dry to zero. That's why I tell her like, baby, I slide. She must have a freak, she online. She gon' spin her webs, now I'm tight. Call me internet at all times. She my virus, poison my mind. I feel venom filling my eyes. She gon' suffocate my inside. She hacking to me, what a crime. Got me hypnotized. I'm big shot, she know I'm the guy. I been hot, they don't want no eye to eye. I peeled off like Bonnie plus the Clyde. We outlaw, she poison. I'm a vein, she poignant. All the boys, they tell them like, baby, I slide. She my shopper freak, she online. She gon' spin her webs, now I'm tight.